Hi, my name is Mickey, and this is a little haul video of what I got in Japan. So I just got back from 2 weeks in Japan. I was doing a trip with my family, and it was all our first times, and it was a lot of fun. We did 1 week in Tokyo, 1 week in Kyoto, and like 4 day trips. And I had different categories of things that I wanted to get while I was there. First, I'll start off with clothing and accessories. And the 3 main clothing stores I wanted to go to were Muji, GU, and Uniqlo. And we have those in the US, but I knew I wanted to get stuff there because it would be a lot cheaper in Japan. And I was also looking for a hiking backpack while I was there, which I did find, along with badminton shoes. I am a pretty avid badminton player. I play maybe 4 or 5 times a week, and I actually have a tournament next month, so I'm really happy that I got to get badminton shoes in Japan. Specifically, I really wanted this check shirt from Muji, and I was able to get it there. From Uniqlo, I got a button-up shirt for work, a lightweight running jacket, tank top from GU, along with 2 like cargo hiking shorts, and these brown pants, which I really like. And then I thrifted these 2 green tops. And I think we went to, it was called 2nd Street. It was a thrift store that a family friend recommended. So really happy that I got this shirt in particular because I wanted something green to wear when we went to Uji, the town of matcha. Oh, and I also got a pair of shoes, and they are the Onitsuka Tigers. I was just planning to go to the store and browse, and if I saw something I liked, I would get it. But these are super comfortable. My feet were dying like by day 4. All I had brought were my Tevas, which was a little stupid. I wanted just a light color scheme, and I really like this black or navy color and the brown rubber sole at the bottom. So yeah, very happy with this shoe purchase. Another accessory I got were these sunglasses, and I wasn't planning on getting these, but we were in Shibuya crossing and we were a little early for the malls to open, so we just went into this little bookstore that had like souvenir stuff, so I got these glasses. I kind of wanted the clear and silver frame just because, like, I don't know, I feel like that's what K-pop idols wear or something, but my family said that the gold suited me more, so I got the gold. So those are all like the casual wear that I got. And then for badminton, I want to show off this badminton shirt. Honestly, it was a bit pricey, probably similar to a price you would get in the US, but I just had to get it. And then for badminton shoes, they actually gave you a shoe bag that comes with the shoes, which is really cute. And by the way, Yonex is a Japanese brand, and I got to go to the flagship store there. It was really cool. And I got the Power Cushion 65s in wide. So these are badminton shoes specifically made for on the court. And I think these were retailing for like $130 to $150 in the US, and when I got it in Japan with the conversion rate and the tax-free, it was about $80, so I definitely saved a lot with this one. And I specifically wanted wide badminton shoes because my old badminton shoes are, I feel like the fit is narrow and I have wide feet, so these are definitely a lot more comfortable to play. Lastly, for the clothing and accessories, I want to talk about 2 bags that I got while I was there. The first bag is this Cotopaxi bag, which is actually an American brand based in Utah. I actually hadn't heard of this brand, but now I'm noticing it like around Seattle. It's obviously not as big as like Colombia and Patagonia and stuff, but this sling bag is really cute, and I think it's sold out or discontinued in the US, so I'm glad I got it in Japan, even though it was probably would have been cheaper to get in the US. But this crossbody bag is actually really comfortable. It has this like cord strap handle. It has one big pocket in the front, and then the inside is really spacious with also 2 inner pockets, and it's like that outdoorsy waterproofy material that's really nice. And I think we stumbled upon this in the Shibuya Parko. We went to this mall because I wanted to go to the JoJo World store, which I will talk about a little later. This bag was really nice because all I had was my Uniqlo like sling crossbody bag, which is really small, and I was looking for a backpack, and I specifically wanted to look at the Muji one, but when I saw it in person, I didn't really like it. So I was in need of a bag, and I got this one, and it served me very well. Another Japanese brand that I wanted to check out was the Montbell store, and I went to the store in Kyoto, and this is the backpack that I got. I think it's so cute, and I kept the tag so I could tell you what it was. This is the Women's First Pack 15. I think there's a 15 and a 20. I would say if you're really short like me, probably go for the 15. But yeah, this is what the bag looks like. There's so many pockets. And I think this was about 75 USD, which is, again, saving me like $20 or so than buying it in the US. And I've been seeing Montbell a lot on my feed and stuff. I didn't know it was a Japanese brand. I just thought Japanese people like to wear it just based off the name, but it's a Japanese brand and I'm so glad I got to see the store in person. The next category of things I got are home goods. So I was looking for a few ceramics while I was in Japan. In particular, I really wanted to get some chopstick rests and a chawan for making matcha. I've made matcha at home, but like with an electric frother. So I wanted to get an actual bowl and a whisk if I could. So I just have a few things that I picked up. We took a day trip to Kamakura, which is like a beach area, an hour south of Tokyo on the train. It was really nice, very humid that day, but the water was very refreshing. And we did two popular temples there, the Hasadera Temple and Kotoku Inn, which is the Great Buddha there. As we were leaving the Buddha and walking towards the beach, I just stopped by this pottery store. I don't remember the name of it, but it was on that street on the left as you're walking down. And on Google, I couldn't really find it either. But I saw an old couple there, an old lady organizing the store, and possibly her husband was like working the clay wheel and stuff. So I knew that these were actually made by them. And I found the chopsticks rests that I was looking for. And it's this cute leaf, I think a ginkgo leaf, and a bunny. These were just the cutest ones there, and I thought they went really well together. And earlier in that week, we had gone to Kappabashi Street. It was super hot that day. If you don't know, very well known like street for kitchenware and ceramics and cookware and stuff like that. So I went to like the main stores on that street that I think every tourist goes to. This one store has like all these cute chopsticks rests, and they're in a really big like display, but they're a little pricey, like $6, $7, $8 for one chopstick rest. And to me, they also look mass-produced, which they probably are. So I didn't want anything like mass-produced. I wanted to like support a local artisan if I could. So really happy that I stumbled upon this pottery store in Kamakura. And I also got 2 little teaspoons at that same store. I think these are just so cute. So after Tokyo and Kamakura, we headed over to Kyoto and we did a day trip to Uji, which is pretty close to Kyoto, like 30 to 45 minutes. And in Uji, I really wanted to pick up a tin of matcha, which I did. So this is from Matcha Republic, which is a matcha cafe on that like main street. And I know there's like so many famous matcha makers in that area. I didn't go to them just because I knew the wait times would be pretty long, and I didn't want to just buy matcha because I'm not like a matcha connoisseur. I don't think I could tell the difference between super good matcha and just good matcha. So I bought it here because it was mainly a cafe. So I got a matcha latte, got to taste it, decided I liked it, and got it to try to make at home. Back in the Kyoto area, I'm forgetting the name of this temple, but I will put the name here. It's very famous for like this wooden structure that overlooks the forest and stuff. It was very nice. And then on the like tourist street down the road, I was looking at the different pottery stores there, and then I went down a bit of an alley to this pottery store and got this chawan for pretty cheap there. I think it's pretty cute. It's like a mini one. I think this one was about, I think $12 USD, so not bad compared to some of the really pricey ones I was seeing. So category 3 will be the art goods section, so kind of more souvenir type things and knickknacks. The first thing I want to share is this good luck charm I got at the Meiji Jingu, and there were many types of charms you could get, and I asked my mom to get me this one because I think this one represents like victory, and I really want to win my badminton tournament next month, so that's why I got this one. I also liked the yellow as well. Another thing I wanted to do in Japan was to get some music CDs. I was thinking of a few artists I wanted to get, a few Japanese artists that I wanted to get, but I ended up just getting two from my favorite like J-rock band. That is Cody Lee, and I really like these two albums by them, so I picked them up. I'm really sad that this one got cracked. I definitely should have packed it better because I have experience with buying CDs overseas and them getting cracked in my carry-on, but it is what it is. It's just a jewel case. I can probably replace it. I think I started listening to this band around 2020. This has one of my favorite J-rock songs, I'm Sweet on You, Baby I Love You, which is the first track on this album. I know the band used to have a female and male lead singer, and the girl has now left. So I haven't listened to any of their newer releases since then, but I really liked their work that they did when they were all together. I went to one of the Tower Records in Tokyo, which I didn't know was an American company that's like now bankrupt. Next, I'll show you a few art supplies that I got. So at Muji, I wasn't planning on buying a lot of stationery because we have a Muji here in the US. I hadn't seen this pen. This is a like fine liner, and I used it in my travel sketchbook. I was collecting stamps and also sketching my time there, and you can see that on my Instagram. And then I really wanted to get some dip pen nibs. So I have a dip pen, the Tachikawa, and I have G pen nibs, but I wanted to get Maru pen nibs because they are stiffer and smaller, so I can get more delicate lines. I was looking around and I went to one of the big animates in Tokyo, and they had a little art supply section, like literally one shelf, and I found what I was looking for. So these are the Tachikawa Maru pens, and I only picked up 4 because I feel like one lasts me forever. I have a pack of the G pen nibs, and I have still only used the first one, so I think this will last me a while. And then while I was there, I thought I might as well get some ink. So this is some Pilot ink, nothing too fancy, I don't think, but it was only like 700 yen or something, so pretty cheap in US dollars. And another Japanese brand, Copic, I got this brush pen because I've been needing like a thick brush pen, and the one that I like, it's very translucent, it's not opaque. And this one is waterproof, so I think it will be very useful. I just got it to try out and I ended up liking it, so I will know to get more of these in the future. So if you are familiar with Japan, you know that they have like a million mascots, and one of their mascots is the penguin on the Suica cards that they're actually getting rid of. I think they're making it a new character starting this year or next year. So my cousin who was on the trip with me, she was like, I need to get merch of this Suica penguin. So there's actually a store for it. So I got a keychain because the character is so cute. I mean, look at it. But like, it was pretty pricey, and I'm not like, I don't want to spend all my money in that store. So moving on from Tokyo, when we were in Kamakura, that beachside town, I also picked up a postcard. And I also picked up this cat coin purse, which I thought was so cute. The last place that I got some art type goods is when I went to the Museum of Kyoto in Kyoto, and they had an exhibit of hokusai, and I'm forgetting the other artist's name, but this artist, both very famous artists, you probably know them. At least I knew them by their works before their name. But I picked up this manga of hokusai works, and there were 3 volumes on different categories of drawings that he made. So this is volume 2, the Whole Earth catalog, and these are just like the coolest drawings, and it's called like Hokusai manga. So there's like a little series of his sketches, I'm assuming. And I picked up volume 2 because it has more like landscape and nature stuff, and it was pretty affordable. This was only 1,500 yen. I feel like books, or at least like manga type books, are so cheap in Japan than they are in the US. So I was like, I have to get it. Like, it's the cutest thing. And I feel like I will get a lot of art inspo from this. And I also picked up this little sticker sheet. These are so cute. And last but certainly not least is the anime merch that I got. So I had one goal coming into Japan, and that was to go to the JoJo World in Shibuya Parko and get the JoJo merch that I wanted. I didn't go crazy because I kind of had a budget in mind. I would have liked to have gotten more, but I'm very satisfied with what I got anyway. So the JoJo World is like a new permanent JoJo store, which is probably because of the anime and how popular it's getting. So I'm very thankful for that, because I also, while I was there, realized I should also get Hunter x Hunter merch, because that's another anime I enjoy. But because it's been so long since it's aired and not really new updates on the manga, it was really hard to find, like much harder than I expected. I thought I would just stumble upon it, but I had to seek it out. But anyways, at the JoJo store, all I really wanted was an acrylic stand of Giorno. So that's what I got. And then whatever else that I thought looked nice. So I got Jolene as well. And these are in the manga art style. I did see the anime art style, but then I saw the manga art style. Right now, I just have one stand that's of Bruno, and I really wanted Mista, but I actually did not see a Mista acrylic stand in the anime art style or the manga art style, which was very disappointing. One of the random magnets that I pulled was this Josuke one. Actually, I was a little disappointed because there were so many cool designs on the magnet blind boxes. They all look so good that the Josuke one, I was like, I don't love Josuke. But once I opened it and saw it in person, I was like, okay, it looks pretty cool. I was also on the look for some gachapon for JoJo or Hunter x Hunter. I didn't see like any Hunter x Hunter, but I did see a JoJo one in one of the animates. So this is a little Giorno. And another gotcha I was so surprised to see, but then I started seeing like everywhere, was the Sergeant Frog ones. I was like, this anime is old. Why is it everywhere? They're coming out with a movie. I picked up a flyer at the mall because I thought it might make a good poster. So that must be why there's more merch than I expected around town. There was even a whole Sergeant Frog store at one of the malls. After I left Tokyo, I started getting a bunch of things on my feed for Hunter x Hunter collab stores, and I was like, I'm already out of Tokyo, so this is really sad. I was in Kyoto at that point, so I was like, okay, where can I like for sure find Hunter x Hunter merch? At a Shonen Jump store, and there were none in Kyoto. There are a couple in Osaka. So when we did a day trip to Osaka, my #1 mission was to go to that Shonen Jump store. It was a very small section, but for the bigger acrylic stands, they had the main cast, so I got Gon, but they didn't have Killua. I swear I could not find Killua anywhere. Maybe he's the most popular character, I don't know. If Killua was there, I would have gotten all 4 of them. So I just got Gon. I got 3 packs of blind mini acrylic stands, and I was really hoping for Killua. I was hoping for a lot of the characters, any of the Zoldyck clan and some of the Shadow Troop members, but I ended up getting 2 that I don't really care about, so I gave those away to friends. But I did get one Leorio one, so I kept this one. And lastly, I haven't even opened this yet. This is the JoJo magazine, Spring 2026, so the latest one. So Araki does these like every so often. It's not like a regular thing. And because like, you know, part 7 of the anime is coming out right now, it's probably why they released this one with Steel Ball Run. So that is all for my Japan haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this sparked a little interest in you if you are planning to go to Japan. And if you're not going to Japan soon, maybe this satisfied that itch. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Bye.